welcome. Well, I got everything pretty much together like I want, just got to clean some things up. Order all the tune-up parts and all that stuff. You know, new belt, new AC compressor, may as well go ahead and throw a new alternator in it. Plugs, wires, the usual, sensors. Even though it's running great, no lights are on in the dash, but why not? I don't know how old things are, and keep the old parts. I always do, like the coil. I always take that with me on trips. Spare coil, sensors, like I said, just the usual stuff. Anyway, got the grill fit pretty nice, bumper fit pretty nice. Like I said before, I just hate these aftermarket grills. But I shouldn't say hate, because at least you got something rather than nothing. And it is chrome plated anyway. But anyway, first thing gotta go is that black bow tie. I'm a billet man, so I found this in my stash. It's already starting to flake. I've taken some off in the past, just kind of sitting and messing with it, kind of like whittling wood. But I'm gonna take some, I could probably sand that the rest of the way off, but I think I'm gonna see what some heat might do to it. I've seen videos where they have these grills here. I guess you kind of like delaminate it, I guess is basically what you're doing. And I'm gonna see if that'll work, and that'll look much better than the black. All right, so I got my torch. Let's see what we can do. I've never done this, but they say it works, so let's see what happens. Kind of looking like I might just have to go ahead and keep sanding on it. I think this is not really working that well. It's changing color. You can see where it gets hot, but I'm not seeing where it wants to peel up. But I think, thinking about it right now while I'm doing it, I think you gotta heat it and then let it cool and it'll bubble on its own. But I'm gonna see. I don't want to get too hot. I think aluminum starts to melt at like what, 600-700 degrees or something like that, give or take. But yeah, I don't think that's working. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna let it cool, see if it wants to bubble up. If not, I'm just going to take the sanding wheel to it and then do some fine sanding on it and buff it out. So nothing happened. Didn't peel up like I thought. Still a little warm, use my glove. So I'm going to bring it over here. Makeshift workbench, and working on a grill to polish. And but anyway, go over it with some different wheels and see which one's going to be the best to where it's not cutting but so deep, but just enough to get that coating or plating. It's really cheap plating, so it's like really strong in some spots and some spots not so much. But I'm gonna see what I can do with it. All right, so I'm gonna get grinding on this, filing, whatever you wanna call it. I don't have my tripod yet to get a good angle, so I might be kind of all over the place, but you'll get an idea of what we're doing here. takes it off pretty decent. It's tough in some spots. I don't know what grit this is. This might be maybe like 120 or something like that, maybe give or take. But that'll take it off, and then I'm going to work all the way up to about like 800 or so, or whatever I think it might need, and then polish it out. Main thing you got to watch is I'm already kind of doing it, but it is what it is. Like I said, this is just cheap. But you want to watch rounding it off. So you got to kind of, whatever you do, just do it uniformly. You also have to watch, like if you have to work on a little spot harder than another one, you can kind of see it get little grooves in it. But what I'll do when I come back over and wet sand it, that'll smooth all that back out. We'll take like a bigger wheel, and but like I said, this right here cuts pretty deep, so that's what we're going to do with that. All right, so that's after, as you see the little grooves and whatnot that's wore into it. I got to get another wheel to get around these corners. I think just for the back, I think I'm just going to knock the what's loose off. I don't have to go that detailed with that. I mean, for the truck it's going on, it'll be all right. But definitely want the face of it to be nice as I can get it. But getting there. All right, so I got it this far, which is pretty far actually. Going over it now, it's I think it's 240. You can see right here I've been working on that a little bit, but kind of just I'm in my little makeshift habitat right now. It's 28 degrees here, so kind of got bored and came in here, did a little bit more with this. But like I said, you'll see real quick. You still see some, like right here. But it's way better than before. I'll go get me another piece of paper and keep on it. I'll go from probably 240 Maybe 320. I think I can go as high as 320. No, I take that back. I know I can go as high as 320 and hit it with the rouge, and that'll get rid of some of most of the little like hash marks. But overall, you can go as high as you want, but you don't have to. All right, so you see where I'm going, or where it's going, I should say. Haven't done there yet. There's probably like, I think 2 more steps I got to do to this side, this piece right here, to really get it shining. Of course, it's cheap material, so it's not like it's, you know, you're not going to get that nice sharp billet shine. I mean, it will shine, but you know, but you can, like, so there's like 2 more steps I've got to do to get rid of some of the little markings on it, because what I'm using now cuts pretty decent. But like I said, the left side here hasn't been done, and this side kind of, I got actually go over it with what I'm doing now just a few more times to kind of get that nice sharp shine. You can still see a few little swirlies in there, but that's overall what it'll be. I'll post another video when I get it done. All right, so that's pretty much it. You might see some little blemishes on it because I've been wiping it with this rag. You might see some little fingerprints smeared or something like that. But like I said, I'm gonna go over it maybe another once or twice. But overall, that's what's going to be going on. I think these are like 50 or to $100 now. I've had this sitting on my shelf for quite a bit. Forgot where I got it. I think Advanced Auto Parts years ago, maybe Pep Boys, but they do have some better quality ones out there, and I know for a fact this is like El Supo cheapo, but that'll suffice for what I'm doing. I was just looking at the one on my 93, and that's a decent one. That's a billet one, and the one on my Extreme and the one on my 93, those are the better quality. I think the one on my 93 is actually a cheapo as well. I forgot when I got that, but I know the one on my blue 93 over there I bought a long time ago, and it's, you can just feel it. It's got better weight to it and whatnot, but like I said, it'll do. It's got a shine, and the more you buff on it, polish on it, the shinier it'll get. So I can kind of call that a win. Like I said, sitting in here under this canopy, and I can't really get it, you know, I can get a good light on it. But like I said, overall, that's what it is. I could probably go over it a few more times, but yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, I polish stuff, I dare say, for a living, but I do quite a bit of polishing. But I could have, I didn't have any 320. I thought that's what I was using, but I double checked it and that was not. So I kind of skipped over 320 and went to I think it was 600. And of course, skipping a step always makes it harder to finish in the long run. But, and like I said, for the back, all I'm doing back here is just, as long as it's not flaking, you know, coming off in your hand, that's good enough for this. I mean, it's going on that truck there, obviously, so I just add whatever. So it'll get the job done. I'm happy with it. I did go over it with my prep wheel out there, but of course it's so small, you know, I probably could rig something up and put it in a vise or something, but like I said, it's not a big thing here. Well, if you're watching, thanks for watching, and I've got more to post.